Hi guys, I'm back. It's been a long time. I've been thinking lately, I've been really missing recording and uploading, and so much has happened in the last 4 years. My life's completely different than it was. I'm now a qualified hairdresser, which is amazing. And yeah, a lot of stuff's happened. I've just had this urge lately to come back to YouTube. I feel like it's what I should be doing right now. So today has been pretty a long day. So I am gonna have my dinner. I've just made it, and I thought, why not let you guys have dinner with me? Because who likes to eat alone? I don't. And for the drink, I'm having apple juice because I'm healthy as fuck. Well, not really, but you know, I try. So yeah, let's start eating and enjoy. And let me know what yous are having to eat in the comments. But I thought I'd make ravioli because it's quick, easy, and tasty. So I was thinking today we could talk about like our favourite movies. In fact, no. Favourite movies, cliche. Favourite Netflix shows. And the reason I'm choosing this subject is because I watch a shit ton of Netflix. I think a lot of people have Netflix. I'm not saying everyone does, because obviously there's Prime and Apple TV and stuff, but I love Netflix. I know their horrors are quite questionable, but their adult animated series are pretty on point. I'm just going to tell you a few that maybe you should watch. So there's one called Disenchantment, and that's from the maker of The Simpsons, Matt Groening. I think it's Groening. I don't know. I can't pronounce his name properly. It's really good. It's basically about a princess, a demon, and an elf. And I know it sounds fairy tales, well it's not. It's obviously called Disenchantment because this princess is not really up to par when it comes to what a princess should be. Although, if I had a princess, that's what I'd want her to be. But she is a rebel, she likes to drink, likes to fight. She's just a firecracker. I'm sorry if you hear my phone vibrating. I just got a message through. And I'm sorry about the quality of this video because I film it on my phone because I don't have a decent camera anymore. But yeah, we'll make do. So yeah, Disenchantment. It's really good. There is now 2 seasons, and I really think you guys should like check it out. It's funny, and the voice, well, the voice actors are really well done. If you liked Broad City, I'm sure it is. Alana Jacobson or Jacobs plays Princess Pia Beanie, and that's the main character. And she basically lives in this castle with her father, and he's always coming down on her and wanting her to be the dutiful princess and marry like the prince of the other kingdom so that they can have like an alliance and come together, and that's not really her idea of fun or what she wants for her life. So she goes kind of against it. She just wants to live her own life and have fun and fuck shit up. Which also her stepmother, who King Zod, I'm sure his name is married to, and she's some sort of amphibian. I think she's amphibian, she could be lizard. She's not human anyway. And she reminds me of almost Morticia-esque from the Addams Family, which I've heard is coming out soon, an animated movie, which is exciting because I love it. And then there is the demon, who people think he's a cat, because he kind of looks like a cat a little bit. And he, as her demon on her birthday, he got sent to her. Oh, in fact, no, I think it's the wedding. So it starts off, she's meant to get married to the prince, and she gets gifts, and the demon's one of them. She tries to get rid of him, but he's there to stay. He was sent to her by what you see as a sorceress and a sorcerer. And that's as much detail as you get in the first season, but as you go on to the second season, you'll find out more, but I don't want to ruin it, just in case you do want to watch it. And then there's Elfo. Kind of says what he really is. He's an elf, and he's from Elfland, I think it's called. The names are quite original, I'd say. But he's really, really soft and kind because he grew up around elves that make chocolate and sweeties and stuff like that. So he escapes because he doesn't want to be an elf, and he's sick of just being happy all the time and whistling tunes, and he wanted to go see the world. So he left. And then he ends up at the castle, and the three of them become quite close, and as it progresses they get closer and closer, and then they all become friends, and it's quite sweet to see the relationship. I know it's an animated show, but it's pretty sweet, it's funny as well, so definitely check that one out. Also, I've been watching Big Mouth. I don't know if this is controversial, because it probably should be for the kind of content that's in it, but I find it hilarious. I feel like it's something that's been missing from TV. It's just honest and raw about puberty and about coming of age and teenagers and the things that they go through, but kind of almost a bit like explicit with the subjects that they talk about, and the things that happen are just mind-blowing. Like, a lot of the time I've been like, oh my god, I can't believe they said that, but it's still funny. I do find shit like that funny. I have also been watching... What else have I been watching? I don't know, a lot of things. Oh, it's a bit... I'm just gonna get some sauce for this because it's a bit dry. So I know a lot of you guys might find this quite disgusting, but I'm having chili sauce on it. I love chili sauce, can't get enough of it. It's sweet chili sauce though, so it's not as spicy as regular chili sauce. But yeah, Big Mouth, it's a really fun show, and definitely give it a watch if you're into that kind of thing. I also watched Our Planet, and they got David Attenborough to narrate it. And I am obsessed with David Attenborough. I think he should be like president of the world, because he's just a good guy. He gives a fuck about the planet. And it was so beautifully done. Like, the scenes that you see is unlike anything else I've seen on TV. It's just pure utter beauty, and it shows you the world in ways that you've not really seen it before. Like, the way they capture things is incredible. So Netflix definitely stepped up to the plate when they brought that out. And the fact that they got David Attenborough, who's like the king of nature, like programs and stuff like that, was just so cool. But it's definitely something that I think everyone should give it a watch, just to see and educate ourselves on the planet and the effects of, well, global warming, climate change. I don't know, everybody's probably sick of hearing about it, but it's a massive thing that we need to deal with because it's happening left, right, and centre every day in front of our faces. And there's a scene, I think it's at the end of the show, you see, and it's hard to watch and it's heartbreaking to watch, but I think it just goes to show the effects that it really is having, and it's probably one of the hardest things I've watched on a nature program. In fact, no, it really is. It's really thought provoking, and it's just so sad that these animals suffering because of the shit choices that we've made. Well, not us, but globally, we've made these choices, and this is the things that are happening to these animals that don't have a choice but to either start hunting in new ways. They have to learn new ways to live, new ways to hunt, new ways to feed their families, because they don't have the resources that they used to have because we've took them away. Like I said, it is really hard to watch the last scene. I think it's the last scene, I'm not too sure. I know it's the last scene in the making of it because they just wanted to get the, I'm guessing it's the producers or the people that are on set or on location, sorry, to see their reaction. So you see behind the scenes on the last episode, and whatever episode it was in, it makes you think, and it's really, really, like I say, thought provoking, provoking. Yeah, okay. I'll just pause that. I just realised it's been on through the whole video, and that wasn't me, it was my channel. I'm sure that's what everyone says too. So I'm sorry, I had my washing on, I have dirty clothes, I need to wash them. But yeah, give that a watch. If you're into nature programs or David Attenborough, you will be obsessed with this show, and I hope they do a season 2 because I loved every second of it, minus that part. I think it had to be shown. I understand why they showed it. It is a lot to handle, but this shit is what's happening in the world, and we can't really ignore it anymore. So, yeah, that is our planet, and give it a watch. Oh, there's something else. There's another show I started watching, and it's called The Confession Tapes. And growing up, I was so like against like shows that were about crime, like true crime. Hence why I like animation. It helps you deal with fucking real world stuff when you're having a shit day or whatever. So I didn't really like murder programs or murder investigation programs or real life crime stories or anything like that. And my sister is obsessed with that kind of stuff. Like, she'd watch it in her bed and I'd be like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I'd have nightmares about it. But recently, over the last couple of months, I've started watching a lot of crime stuff. And I can now understand why she likes it. And it's because you wonder why. Like, why the people are doing these things and why they go to these lengths to do real harm to people. And obviously, we don't understand the thought process, but it's like, it's intriguing to get inside their mind and see what makes them do that. So, yeah, I'm digressing. So I started watching a lot of crime stuff, hence why I got into the confession tapes. And the confession tapes are basically, as it says in the title, people confessing, but not truly not completely straightforward. Like, some of them, the good thing about this show is that you don't know if these people are guilty or not. So you think they're guilty, and then you watch it, and then you're like, oh my god, like, are they guilty? Are they not? But the biggest thing about this show is it shows you cases that people have falsely confessed to stuff that they've never even done. And the way they show you is the videotapes. I think almost every one of them has like a videotape or a confession in the interview room at the police station. Um, and it's like they're interrogated over and over and over and over for hours and hours and hours. And none of these people are, I wouldn't say none of them, but a lot of them aren't really aware that they don't have to be in there because they don't have a warrant. They can get up and leave anytime they want, but they feel because they're in so much panic and so much pressure that they're going to stay and answer all the police's questions, because why would you not? If you're innocent, you would. You just do what they ask and you'd answer the questions and you tell them, like, well, no. And basically that's what happens, and they just keep them there for so long that they're so tired, and they just keep firing scenarios at them. Even when the police don't have much evidence, they kind of, well, they do. They lie and they say that they have evidence on this person to get them to confess. Even if they haven't done it, even if they don't have the evidence, they will tell them, oh, we have evidence. We have you here. Just tell us that you've done it. Come on, man. Just tell us that you've done it. And they do this repeated over and over and over. Some instances they get quite nasty. There was one where they took this man to a shed of a sheriff's house and got him to do his confession there. And in the interviews, he falsely confesses to it. And he says that when the cameras weren't rolling, he would tell them that his daughter would be in trouble because she's lying for him, because she was supposed to be with him or something, even though she wasn't. She was at work, she had an alibi. He was just that scared that his daughter was going to get in trouble with the police, and sorry, the police. My Scottish accent. Police. That's what we say. Police. Not Polish. Police. Oh, where was I? Oh, yeah. So they threaten him with his daughter getting in trouble, and then that in turn, he's a father, he doesn't want his kids in trouble. That in turn makes him admit to doing the crime that he never even done. Spends years and years in jail, and then finally I don't know if he served all his time or it came back that he was innocent or they had no evidence or he got released, but by the end of the episode he is released. But he's wasted like so much of his life in jail for something he's not even done. And that's kind of the repetitive thing for every episode, but they're different scenarios. And some of them, like I say, you do believe, like, this person maybe have killed someone. Don't know if they have or if they haven't. But the way they manipulate the people into confessing is mind-blowing. And it shows you how much corruption is in... It's mostly like little towns or little... Yeah, well, little towns, little counties where they have sheriffs, and it's not like big cities, and the sheriffs are like gods basically in these places, and it is really, really eye-opening, and it makes you angry, and it's like, what if that was you, you know? What if you were getting framed for something? Although we all say, oh, I wouldn't confess to it and all that, but the way they deprive people of sleep and they just keep going over and over and over and over to get them to admit to it, and then by the end of it, they're that tired, they're just like, all right, whatever, I'll just tell them what I want, what they want to hear, and that'll be it. But little do they know, they end up spending their life in jail or years in jail, and it's really fucked up how corrupt some of these people are. And I'm not saying all the police are like this, just some of them, and they're the ones that give the police a bad name, because a lot of them are doing good work. Not a lot of them, most of them are doing good work, and if it wasn't for them, would have a riot on our hands every day. So yeah, check that one out. I know that was quite an in-depth story there. So I have been talking so much that my dinner has went cold. So I'm just gonna heat it up in the microwave. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm gonna get some more sauce on this. It's so cold now. Well, it was so cold. Because I'm speaking so much and not eating so much. But I love pasta. Like, ugh. I feel if I went to Rome or Italy, well, Italy, Rome, I would put on so much weight because I'd have to try like every kind of pasta. Italian food is just the best. And plus, I like the fact that when you've had a long day and you're like really, really tired, you can just come home, put some pasta on, get a little sauce, and voila, you have your dinner. I really hate eating alone, so I hope you guys are eating as well. It's so good. Really, really nice. And actually, the chili sauce, like the sweet chili sauce, oh, it's so lovely. It's one of my favourite sauces. Like my condiments of choice are sweet chili, mustard, barbecue. Oh, I love barbecue sauce. Um, and ketchup. But I'm really into like spicy sauces right now. And I've seen a lot of the chili challenges. Yeah, I done one with my nephew and my sister. It was a massive fail. I was gonna upload it, but it's such a fail that there's no point. It was the chocolate chili challenge, but it was just like warm. It didn't do anything, so there was no point in doing that. I should maybe turn that light off. I've just noticed it's on in the background. But how many of you guys, when you're eating, or you're gonna eat alone, you don't make much food, or you do something that's quick. But if you're gonna have dinner with someone else, like you go to the effort to like prepare the dinner and cook the dinner and make sure it's a lovely meal. That's me. When I'm eating alone, I don't really cook big meals. I just find it a waste of time. Because by the time you make it, you're gonna have all this left over, which is good because you can have it the next day. But I like to just do stuff quick when I'm on my own. I'm personally have you guys to eat with, so I've honestly missed YouTube so much. I've been watching it obviously for 4 years. Who doesn't watch YouTube? I'm obsessed with it, and I kept saying to myself, "Oh, I'm gonna start my YouTube channel up again. I'm gonna go back to YouTube," but I never did. And like I said, I've just had this urge lately just to do it because life is short and we gotta do the stuff that we want to do. And I love doing YouTube. I just came away from it because there was just too much happening. And whatever. I've missed it, and it's good to be back. What I also loved, when I was watching a lot of YouTube videos, I would watch YouTube videos when I was eating my dinner. Like I would eat eat. Of course, I would eat my fucking YouTube. No, I would watch YouTube videos whilst I ate my dinner if I was on my own. And the kind of videos I would watch was like mukbangs because it makes you feel like you're part of it. Even though I know you can't see my food because the camera doesn't permit of it, but it's like here. Here we go. I just find it comforting, and I like that. I like the fact that there's people out there that are thinking like, oh, some people don't have people to eat with, so let me make a video and let them have dinner with me or eat with me. And it's cute, and of course it gives people involved in like conversations. I think they're really cool because when you're eating on your own, sorry, I keep like hunching my shoulders. I'm leaning on the table. Such bad manners. What was I saying? Mukbangs. Yeah, I watch mukbangs when I'm alone because, or not when I'm alone, just like when I eat dinner because it's nice to feel like you're eating dinner with someone. And plus, the hardest thing about watching mukbangs if you're not eating dinner is that you want to eat. Like it just makes you so hungry. And yeah, I blame a lot of mukbangers for me eating so much. But I love food, so it is what it is. Oh yeah, and also if I'm eating like a pig, I apologize. People moan a lot that I eat really loud. I don't think I do, but obviously I can't hear it. But I apologize in advance. So what TV shows have you guys been watching? Leave it in the comments so that I can maybe check them out. So I don't think there's anything better than when you've had a long day, you come home, have your dinner, get in your comfies, go for a bath, come out your bath, and then sit and watch TV. Like it's so rewarding for me because you just get to do nothing. Just sit there and go into a whole new world or an investigation or something like that. And it's really cool. I'm such a TV person. I really loved Game of Thrones when it was on. But I know it was a huge deal about the last season being a shit show, but well, yeah, it really was a shit show. I loved the episode with the Night King and uh, Arya Stark. I think I think that should have been the end. Like it should have all built up to that moment. So they should have done the whole Cersei thing and not killed her with rocks. Like actual give her justice. Or hold her to justice, not give her justice. She has nothing to get justice for. But hold her for her accountability of all the horrible, shitty things that she done. I just think they rushed it too much. They had made a masterpiece of a show. It was so good. You spent all these years waiting and following the stories and build it all up, and it was too quick. There was too much going on at the one time. They just, I honestly feel like they just rushed it, and it could have been so much better. And what they done with Daenerys, I think, was just wrong. We followed her being, well, building up to be this mighty warrior who fights for the people and what's right and freeing slaves and having these big dragons but using them for good, and the fact that when she couldn't control them, she locked them away for a while, and she was always fighting for what was right. And then in one, I think, could it even say it was like a 10-minute scene, if that, 5-minute scene, they changed it completely and changed everything. And I just don't think it was cool. Clearly, the fans didn't like it. I'm one of them, and I hated what they done with it. And like I say, I think the the Night King, he should have just been the end of it all. But they should have done all of that before and rewrote a whole other kind of things that happened with a lot of the other people. So yeah, I was kind of like, yeah, cool. Whereas in the Night King episode, my heart was beating so fast. I'd never felt that way until I hadn't felt that way about a TV show since I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Because I'm an oldie and that was a good show of that show and it was awesome. And yeah, I never really got invested in a TV show like that until Game of Thrones. And I hadn't watched it when everyone else was watching it. I waited a couple years and then, because I think I'd seen the first episode and I wasn't into it at all. And then, yeah, I just gave it another go and watched it all the way through. And then I had to wait, I think it was 2 years. A year? Was it a year or 2 years? God knows, it was a long time anyway. And then, yeah, they hit us with that shit show of a last series. So, yeah, that was fun. Oh, I'm still eating. I take forever to eat as well, by the way. Just so you know. So it's like, I'm kind of doing a mukbang. I'm kind of not. I like nibble here and there. I don't know. I'm new at this, so don't be too hard on me. But yeah, the last time I seen you guys was 2016. That is, oh, it feels like a lifetime ago. I was, I wouldn't say I was a completely different person, but I've changed so much since then. I moved house. I mean, just round the corner, but I still moved house. And I know a lot of my videos, because I look back at them sometimes and I notice that a lot of it was like gardening and stuff. And what had happened, because I don't think I'd explained it, I might have explained it, but I actually had to get surgeries to basically keep my lungs up because they kept deflating and going down and they wouldn't stay up. So I had to go and get surgeries to do that. And the reason for the gardening was I had no strength. I couldn't do much. I wasn't allowed to lift heavy things. And I was in so much pain for so long. And I just found that doing the garden, I wasn't consciously working out, but it was helping me like build myself back up because I'd be in there for like 12 hours some days. So I'd use that as my outlet, as my hobby. And in turn, it got me better. It helped me build the muscles in my back. I had really, really weak muscles. I couldn't even hold a control pad, and I loved gaming so much, and I couldn't even hold a PlayStation pad because it hurt so bad. But yeah, that's kind of why I done the gardening so much. I do gardening still, like I still do it, but not as much. And my garden here is more organized. Back then I was thinking I could do everything and digging up holes here and digging up holes there, but I don't really want to do that because it's so much work that I really keep everything in pots now. Um, see what I mean? I go off and I stop eating. I'm sorry for the people that came here for the food or the mukbang. I just chat shit all the time. I have to kind of remind myself. I said I was going to be eating with you guys, and I'm not even eating. Mostly, you guys probably finished about half an hour ago. I don't know if you guys are like this, but food just makes me so happy. It honestly, like, I know people who use that term hangry, and I get it because, hey, that's me. But I get so like lethargic and down. When I'm hungry, I lose my shit. Like I can't focus. And then as soon as I eat, it's like I'm so happy, and then I'm just, oh. And then sometimes if I eat too much, I end up going into like a food coma. It's just like you're so tired, you've ate that much food, you're so tired that you can't even function. It's like I need to lie down now and sleep for 10 hours. I mean, I wish I could. I can't because if I lie down straight after I eat, I'll get stupid acid reflux. And that's why I try not to eat so late as well. But I say that at 8:30 at night. But yeah, if any of you guys are like viewers from before, leave me a comment and let me know what you guys have been up to, what's changed in your life, because it's a hell of a long time. I'm just intrigued to know like what's happened and what you guys doing now and what's going on with yours, and it'd be good to hear. Oh, sorry, it'd be good to read. Now politically, I can't even speak. Politically, I not politically correct. What am I saying? Like grammar police, sorry. And that's not how you say that. That's how I say it. But I don't know if I said already, because I have a shit memory. But let me know what you guys ate. It'll be good to know. Give me some ideas for like future mukbangs. And also let me know like what kind of content you want to see. Because like I said, I've just came back. So it would be good to find out like what kind of stuff I should talk about and what content you want to see. So let me know. Because I'm really interested to find out. Because at the end of the day, I'm back on YouTube because I missed you guys. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I was kind of all over the place. To be fair, I didn't really know what I was coming to talk about or what I was going to say. But like I said, leave a comment. Let me know what kind of content, what kind of stuff I could talk about, what guys you like. Sorry, what you guys like, not what guys you like. Or you can tell me what guys you like. That's fine. As long as there's a conversation going, you know? But yeah, I know this video has been all over the place, like I said. But I didn't know what I was going to say. I just knew I was going to sit down, have my dinner, put the camera on, and chat to you guys. And like I say, I chat a lot of shit, so I hope it was alright for you. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you have a good day. See you next time. Bye. Next time? See you next time. Bye. Just have a good day. See you later.